Hey everyone, like I promised, I am going to do my opinions on some Disney films. Almost all of us have grown up with Disney, whether it was the classics or for younger generations, the newer stuff. I grew up with the classics. You know, Bambi, Darkwing Duck, Dumbo, Cinderella, stuff like that. And, you know, it's kind of easy to tell the difference between classic and modern. A lot of people, like myself, prefer classics. But there are a few modern films I think did really, really good. Frozen is one of them. I say Frozen has touched my heart as much as any old school Disney film has ever done for me. It had the same magic that you would find in Mary Poppins or Beauty and the Beast. And I loved that factor in it. It just made you feel like this is Disney. This is what Disney is supposed to be. But then you take a look at something like Tangled. Don't get me wrong, that is a good film. But it didn't have the same effect. Now, I'm not going to get into other details like that, but another thing that struck my mind was just how many sequels, prequels, and betweequels that Disney has created over the years. Tarzan never needed a sequel. The Lion King, yeah, number 2 was pretty good, but hey, whatever. They didn't need the in-betweequel. We didn't care about that one. We didn't need it. Granted, a lot of children and some other people find it rather hilarious. It wasn't needed. Kind of like Return of Jafar. It wasn't needed. Now, the second Aladdin, I'm not counting Return of the Jafar, so y'all can suck it. But seeing Aladdin and Jasmine finally getting married, you're like, oh, finally! That's worth it. That's good. Thank God they did not ruin Lilo and Stitch. I would be ticked if they ruined Lilo and Stitch. They ruined Cinderella, and I used to like that film. And then they go ahead and they're like,
oh, sequels! We're gonna make number 2. The story is totally not about Cinderella.
It's called Cinderella for a reason. And you didn't need the third one. You leave the what ifs to the fans. You do not put it to the Disney writers. They're gonna screw it up. That's why they created fan fictions. What if this happens? What if that happens? Apparently, somebody wrote a letter to Disney and said, hey, what happens if the evil godmother got the wand? We already know. Hence the reason why she didn't get the palace. Duh. And then, Little Mermaid. I'm not even going to go into detail with the Little Mermaid. That film wasn't exactly the best to begin with. Granted, it was funny. And Ursula is a pretty awesome villain. But it didn't need a sequel. I really don't care about her future child. Nor do I care about her past. I get it, she had a mom. Let everybody figure out what her mom used to look like. Oh, she had light brown hair, or she had red hair. That dad was probably blonde. I mean, look at all the blondes they have in the family. Sorry if I continuously look over that way. My sister's over there. Move, kid. Mulan, the second one needed a little work, but I'm glad they made it, because you finally get to see the two get married. That's the only reason I like it. What's another? They didn't ruin Dumbo, thank God. They ruined Peter Pan. I don't care about Wendy's kid. We get it. They can't come back to Neverland. Whatever. They ruined Bambi. We didn't need the in-betweequel. We don't care what happened during his childhood. We get it. His mama dies and daddy takes care of him. We don't care what happened in between. But it separates the sadness from the child. La 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 scene. No, it just makes it even more confusing. It really does. And Fox and the Hound, oh my gosh. I wanted to shoot the writers after they made that sequel. We don't care. You guys do realize that Fox and the Hound, half of the film is dedicated to their childhood. We didn't need this extra, I'm gonna go join a band. They do realize that's why they created TV series. They don't follow the original story. Hercules. Anywho, Little Mermaid. Aladdin. They never followed the original film. Ever. They just took the characters, placed them in some sort of scenario, and they're like, okay, they act like this, and this. Hercules, I understand, because it was all in his childhood. You never really found out what was in his childhood to begin with. So it's like, oh, childhood in an entire series. Good luck with that. Congratulations. Beauty and the Beast. We didn't need the sequel with the gay pipe organ and the annoying little piccolo. We didn't need the guy. I don't even remember what he said. I hate the movie that much. Nor do we need this snotty little angel on top of the Christmas tree. The angel is supposed to represent happiness, not being a snob.
I'm a Christmas angel.
Do you see this hammer, little angel? I could smash you with it. Speaking of hammers, I wanted to smash the writers after I saw Cusco's New School. I'm not gonna lie, they did pretty good on the Emperor's New Groove 2, or Kronk's New Groove, or whatever, because it showed it from a different character's point of view. Granted, it was a comedy film, but nonetheless, you get to learn a little bit more about the guy. That's okay with me. Kronk's a good character. He deserved that film. Yeah. Hey, he's all pinned against the wall.
Wall of guilt.
Right, wall of guilt. But yeah, that was an okay sequel. The movie itself wasn't good to begin with. It was for laughs. And I'm glad they made a sequel to that one. That's like one of the few sequels I actually enjoyed. And just, let's see, 101 Dalmatians 2, Patch's London Adventure. We don't care. You just leave Thunderbolt into the Canine Crunchies TV show. That's it. We don't care about the actor. You know, that's like taking Arnold Schwarzenegger and trying to put him into a Disney film. It doesn't work. It didn't work in that stupid Batman film with him being Mr. Freeze and you got in the background, he's Mr. White Christmas, he's Mr. Snow. No, it doesn't work. It really doesn't. You're just like... Other in-betweequels and whatnot. Guys, stop. Disney, please. You're killing my childhood. I'm glad they didn't ruin Pinocchio, as terrifying to children as that film is at times. The Coachman. He wouldn't want to meet that guy in a dark alley. Right? They never come back as boys. Way to give children nightmares? As if Monstro wasn't enough? Holy snap. Yeah, like I said with The Lion King, and then they made that newer one with the bloopers. It was bad enough that they put Morning Report in there. I remember watching that on VHS, and I liked it without Morning Report. We didn't need that song. But I did like the remake of Beauty and the Beast with the song Human Again. It kind of smoothed its way into the film, and I liked that. Morning Report was a big lift alligator moment. I'm gonna randomly start singing. Simba, shut up. I don't care about your Morning Report song. I never, you know, I'm an ADHD kid. I did not care. Let's see, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Ugh, that sequel. You killed off Clopin. Enough said. I don't even know if it was pronounced his name right. You killed off Clopin. You killed off Phoebus. Not really, but still. Esmeralda, you killed her off. You know, she's supposed to be sassy. You know, I'm Miss Independent. Not Miss, I'm a humble housewife. No, she would see her kid running across the street. Get back here! What you think you're doing? This isn't a zoo. Come on, you saw that in the film. The very first one, she's like, can't touch me, bro. Pretty much. They didn't really change Quasi. He was still that, oh, I'm a shy guy. It's been years, at least 2 years, if not more.
They changed the goat.
Yeah. The goat was a he in the first film, not a she. Did they not realize that? Jolly is a boy. Even Quasi says it. You hold on to him, not her, him. And I'm pretty sure goats do not die by the time a 6-year-old arrives. I mean, Jolly was pretty young in that first film. Brother Bear. Brother Bear. Oh my gosh. The first one, yeah, it was pretty good. Not gonna lie, it was pretty good. And then you see the second one. We didn't need to get into his past life, okay? Nobody really cares about Kenai's girlfriend or whatever. She didn't show up in the first film. We don't care about her. Now, if they wanted to, you know, make it where Denahi starts hanging out with him a little bit more, and then at the very end, there's this big brotherly happy moment, like in the first one, Sika's like, you did good. Then I would have accepted that. But other than that, you're like, no, stop.
It's called
Anyway,
for a reason.
Anyway, going back to classic versus modern, like I said, there are very, very few modern films that I actually enjoyed by Disney. I despise the Tinkerbell films. I hate them. There, I said it. I hate them. Granted, Tinkerbell wasn't that much of a character to begin with. You know, you just got this sassy little pixie that thinks she owns the world. They didn't need to make her talk. You ruined her, for one. What more do I need to say? Wreck-It Ralph was good. Okay, I'm gonna name off the modern films that I like from today. Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, Pirates of the Caribbean 4, and I don't know what other one. I'll come back to it, but whatever. Just... Guys, stop! That's all I can think. I don't know if The Hobbit is owned by Disney or not. I'll have to check on that, but I do like The Hobbit. I loved The Lord of the Rings, and I do like The Hobbit. I just don't like the cliffhangers they leave us with. It's like, you either end the film by adding on another hour, or at least give us a hint of what happens. Not leaving, oh, there's the dragon. Oh, I get that. I get that. There's a big scaly lizard that can talk and breathe fire. Oh! Just stop! There's just so much crap Disney's been throwing out at us nowadays. Mickey Mouse Playhouse. Since when did Disney meet Dora? Shut up, kid.
I'm sorry, that's an annoying song, but it's so catchy. It's very annoying.
You're ruining my commentary. You need to shut up.
Okay.
God, that Playhouse thingy. It's like, okay, since when did Disney suddenly meet Dora the Explorer? Let's leave the annoying theme songs and what does this do? What does that do? Find the circle. Click thing to Dora and go Diego go. We don't need it in Disney. It's bad enough that they added new stuff like, you know, the Hannah Montana crap. You realize that after Hannah Montana came on screen, or even a little bit before that, everything went downhill. I bet Walt Disney is rolling in his grave in anger at how retarded things have gotten at the Disney studios. You're probably wondering, why haven't I mentioned any of the Winnie the Pooh films? Well, my childhood kind of centers around those. As bad as half of them were, they're still extremely entertaining to watch. Sure, you watch them and you're like, I have no idea what's going on. It's entertaining. That's all they were meant for. They stopped, after a while, making things that were supposed to be educational. which is fine. I mean, you know, it was fun to watch the educational ones too. Not gonna lie there. But still, it's like, oh, okay. Now, if they tried to make any new ones, I mean, if they make any new ones after the Heffalump movie, don't watch them. I like the Heffalump movie, though. I thought that one was really adorable. I really don't have much more to say about Disney other than stop making stupid stuff. I'm shocked by all the stupid crap that's been coming out of Disney nowadays. I mean, everything has gone downhill after they made all this new stuff. You know, Princess and the Frog. That movie was okay. It needed a lot of work. It was trying to be a classic Disney. It was trying way too hard. You're like, you lost the Disney magic, man. You really need to stop. I get it. You were trying to be a musical and whatnot, but I'm not gonna lie. The movie that comes after you, like, what, maybe 7 years later, did way better than you did. Nice try. I'm just hoping that they don't completely destroy any more films, or even make a sequel to Frozen, because if they do, I'm gonna be so ticked off at Disney. Disney, please, you've become a huge part of my childhood, and my adulthood. I don't need you to destroy all those good memories. Oh yeah, ADHD's kicking in, duh. I remember the other film, Saving Mr. Banks. How could I forget that? That was a really good film for a live action. Holy crud. But yeah, watch it if you haven't watched it. Oh my gosh, that'll hit you right in the feelings. Kid you not. So will Frozen. But, well, looks like that's all I really need to say. If you guys want to add something to it, comments. Peace.